PUDcast is filmed before a live studio audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PUDcast with Jason and Mike. I'm Jason.
And I'm Mike.
And we're coming to you from the Pud Cave, located here in Game Swap in beautiful downtown Lincoln in the great state of North Carolina. Mikey, brother, downtown Lincoln ain't quite as beautiful this morning. Ooh.
Well, we needed rain, didn't we?
We did need it.
Did we need that much?
I don't think we needed it all at once.
Jeez, man.
I was talking with a friend of mine last night, and that's how she put it. She was like, because I was like, hey, we do need the rain. And she was like, yeah, but not all at one time. And I'm like, no shit, man. I'm about to call up Noah.
No doubt, dude. I mean, it was pretty rough. It's dangerous.
It was dangerous, man.
It's dangerous, and I just gotta say, if you don't have to be out in it, don't go out in it.
For real,
when
guys.
it's happening. I know it comes in waves and it comes in spurts here and there.
That's what she said.
Oh, nasty. But
Fuck yeah.
fuck out of here.
I'm
trying to be
trying to give a PSA
trying
over
to be
here.
Larry Sprinkle over here, trying to be Brad Panovich, and
Remember being John Boy and Billy?
yeah.
Damn it, man. But no, Mike, you're right, though, bro.
No, yeah. I mean, it's God, dude. Just don't go out in it because it is rough.
Yeah.
It is just. It is too much.
And if you have to, and I know, Mike, you know how it is. Sometimes you have to get out in. Things do come up. Just be careful.
Yeah.
I mean, don't respect. It's what I'm trying to say. Take for somebody who almost got killed in a car accident when I was 17.
Yeah.
I was really beat up, brother, for a long time, and I was lucky enough to be able to, recuperate completely, without any lasting damage or death.
Right.
So I'm here to tell you people out there now, and I mean, we're not here to preach or anything, but respect that road, guys. I mean, you're in a 2,000-pound bullet, basically. I mean, I think that's the average weight of a car. I'm not sure.
Water's no joke.
No, it's not, man. And even if it's clear out and it's a beautiful day, I mean, a car, I mean, you're in a missile.
Yeah.
I mean, you really are. So you got to respect the road. Yeah. I mean, don't be stupid and, wear your seatbelt. My seatbelt saved my life.
Yeah.
It can save yours too. Just be careful.
Be safe.
Be safe, brother, because we want y'all out there listening to the podcast.
Absolutely.
We don't want you beat up. We don't want you, in a bad situation. We don't want you hurt because, Mike, unfortunately, there was actually some casualties last night, unfortunately, brother, and that's just, it's so sad to hear it. I don't know who was involved. I don't know the ages or anything like that, but regardless, it's just a tragedy, and our thoughts and our prayers go out to the families of anyone who lost a loved one last night in this situation. But like you said, Mike, be safe.
Yeah.
Look
forward to the sun coming back. I tell you that.
I am too, brother. I am too. Yeah. Because we had some really pretty days this week. Speaking of this week, Mike, how was your week, brother? What's been going on?
Well, I tell you, yesterday I went to my nephew's graduation.
That's right.
And we're lucky that it wasn't raining during that.
Right.
Yeah, it was just miserably muggy.
Just, like a sauna. It's like, hey, we're going to graduate in the steam bath, you know.
Exactly.
And hey, man, let's put your nephew over for something, because he did something that is almost unheard of.
It's like a Guinness World Record.
Dude.
I don't know, maybe.
It could, at this point,
it's possible.
It is very possible, because to my knowledge, he's the only student that got this accomplishment that we're about to talk about. I haven't heard of any other students having this accomplishment.
No.
But your nephew, Joe...
I'd have to look into it and kind of research it.
I know I didn't see anything else posted on Facebook or our local newspapers only talked about him.
Yeah.
But your nephew, Joe Cordell, brother, never missed a day of school in his entire career.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking from kindergarten to the day he graduated from 12th grade high school.
Right.
He never missed not one single day. Do you think he's the guy from Unbroken? Or Unbreakable?
We talked about that. Just never got sick.
He never got sick.
Never got sick.
Wow. I mean, dude, I'll be the first to tell you, brother, I skipped school all the time back in the day.
Hey, I wasn't blow jamming a finger in my mouth.
You ain't lying,
Mama,
bro.
I'm throwing up.
Oh, I would take the toothpaste, or the toothbrush cup. We had a little cup we keep our toothbrushes and stuff in.
Yeah.
I filled it up with water. Whoosh.
Yep.
Whoosh. Mom's sick.
Mama.
Boy, Price is right today, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's right.
But
There
nah.
you go, Price is right. Top of the day.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you what, Bob Barker helped me out through a lot of them
That's
sick
right.
days, man. Quote unquote sick
Yeah.
days. And brother, I mean, just shut the door when I got my driver's license.
Yeah.
I would literally, Mike, they would call, back in the early 90s. And I guess it probably, obviously before that as well, they were a little bit more lenient. Like, you didn't get in as much trouble back then. And what I'm trying to say is, like, they wouldn't even reach out to your parents unless you missed like 10 days.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's probably
there's a problem.
your son's not showing up to school.
Right,
so I
right.
would literally keep track of how many days I would skip, and I would always show up on the 10th day.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would have teachers like, well, we figured you'd be here today, you know, because they were keeping up with it just like I was.
Yeah.
And so yeah, man, I was a slacker. That's what I'm trying to get around to.
Yeah,
I
for
was
sure.
such a slacker.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I got really good at was pinball and pool.
Yep.
Because brother,
That's true.
because I'd either go to Jane's grocery store or a convenience store,
Yeah.
or I would hit the mall and go hit the pinball machines up there.
Yeah.
Nobody ever said a word.
No.
I mean, we were truant as hell.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And nobody ever said a word to us. Or,
There's a lot of others that were in there too.
oh, dude,
Yeah.
I mean, you could always meet up your friends at
Yeah.
one of those two places, especially
right.
Jane's. I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus, man, that was basically the second high school.
Yeah. That's like a block from here.
Yeah, you could walk it.
Yeah.
You could walk from high school to Jane's. You
Yeah.
could. But like I said, back in those days, man, nobody
dude.
really said nothing.
No.
We'd go up to Warlick's. I remember sometimes
Yeah.
we'd say,
Well,
fuck it,
That was where I would go because I was on the west end.
Right. Well, I remember we would
Yeah.
skip school.
Yeah.
Like we would communicate and
Yeah.
coordinate when you would skip from West and I'd skip from Lincoln. Then we'd go to Warlick's
Yep.
or
Yep.
the mall or
Yeah.
you know what. I mean, back in those days, that's when the mall was the place to hang out
That's
anyway.
it.
So good times, man.
Oh, no doubt. Hey, I don't know if I ever talked to you. Did you ever get suspended?
No, man, I actually stayed out of trouble in school.
Really?
Yeah, swear to
You're
God,
just
man.
a slacker. You were just a slacker.
Yeah, I mean, you got to show up to get in trouble.
Yeah.
I never got suspended, man.
Oh,
I had
God.
ISS one time. I had a little fight I got in, so I had a little ISS one time, and that was the only time I ever got in trouble, man.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's great.
like I said,
I've got a book over here.
Yeah, oh,
actually,
yeah, Mikey's file.
They let me take it home after.
that's just volume one. That was
Yeah.
just the first month at
And
school.
that's stuff they wrote down.
Dude, I used to hear like rumors of you, and especially like our mutual friend Jason was, because I know you two were like, really close. And even before I'd met Jason, I'd already heard all these rumors, and all this reputation. And I'm like, oh God, I don't know if I want to hang out with this guy or not. He sounds like a real troublemaker, and he kind of was, but a good guy.
Let me tell you, the craziest thing I remember Jason Woods ever getting suspended for. He got suspended for 10 days for farting in the hallway.
I remember you talking about this.
I mean, because the different classes, and this was in middle school.
Right.
So the different classes would go to lunch, one at a time.
Yeah, got you. Right.
Usually
kind of
while
staggered
everybody
out.
else was out. Yeah, staggered.
Right.
He was at the back of the line, just because that's what Jason did. Oh, his last name was Woods.
Well,
W,
right.
So, yeah. But he's going to be in the back of the line anyway.
Anyway, just worked out.
So he just rips this ginormous fart, and it echoes through this quiet hall like it is the most amazing thing you could ever imagine.
Had that reverb on
Yeah.
it, man.
It's akin to the first gunshot in America.
The shot heard around the world.
Right.
The fart heard around the world.
Yeah, it was.
It smelled
Yeah,
around
10
the world. Done.
10 days.
Was the fart worth it? Hell yeah, it was worth it. I got it off for 10
Yeah.
days.
I mean,
Dude, I always thought it was hilarious that schools actually punish kids like us who didn't want to be there anyway
Right.
by sending us home for 10 days.
Right.
It's like,
that's where I want to be anyway.
I mean, if you really want to punish us, you'd
Yeah.
make us go to school for
Yeah.
10 fucking days.
I think that was a lot of ISS.
Yeah, true.
That was a miserable.
Like I said, I only had it once, man.
Really?
Yeah, I only had it once.
Wow, I had lots. That was a miserable existence because you're sitting in a chair like all day in the same place.
Yep.
Which wasn't any different from, I guess, elementary school.
Right. But it's also mind numbing. You can't really do anything. I don't even think we could read or anything. Like we had to just.
No, we had to read and
but assignments, like you couldn't do anything outside of that. Like you couldn't bring a book from outside or. No. You had to do assignments, yeah.
Another funny story, Jason Woods. We were both in ISS at one time. Of many.
That one time.
Of many. But the ISS, I guess, I don't even know what you call it. The ISS, not teacher, attendant, or what?
Babysitter?
A babysitter, pretty much, basically. He drew a picture of her naked on top of... naked on top of... I can't remember. Maybe it was just some random dude, and
Jesus,
writing some random dude. She got it.
Oh no shit!
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
How many days was that?
I want to say that was 3 days.
Suspension out of school, outside. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, I know when I first heard about Jason Woods, he's a great guitarist, man. You got to get him in the band, but he stays in trouble,
yeah, man.
Did I ever tell you about the first time I ever really hung out with Jason and Heather, his sister? You know, oh God, I don't want to tell on anybody here. But this was back when we were like 15, 16. So yeah. I think maybe the statute of limitations probably run out. But man, they ended up, they like kind of ratted on me about something, man. Like I wasn't welcome to go back for a little while. I wasn't even of age yet. Basically, long story short, man, they had a friend who was older and bought them booze.
Yeah.
And they got like fucked up, man, like really bad fucked up. So Jason calls me up like, and I had nothing to do with this, man. I didn't even drink, you know. Right. I went home. But I can't remember all the details of it. But Jason's like, hey, look, we got busted, and we told him it was you that did it, that brought the booze. I'm like, oh, I couldn't even get booze at the time. Right. I was like, damn. But eventually I was able to come back. But it was like tension with his parents and stuff, man. They thought,
yeah, man.
They thought...
let me go ahead and put this out there. His parents were always on high tension at all times.
Yeah, they were for everybody, for everybody that went in there.
Just because of Jason and
but yeah, they put that on
always
me.
On just
yeah, but dude, they actually did. They put that on me.
Did you ever meet their parents?
Jason's?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Several times, man. Yeah, several times.
Yeah, they were in their 30s. Jesus.
No. They may have been, actually.
Yeah, we just aged.
No,
I'm just kidding.
And unfortunately, they both had passed on. But I actually knew his dad fairly well because he worked near where I worked, so I saw him a lot.
Right.
You know, I saw him a lot. And they did lighten up. You know, they did. I don't know if they figured out it wasn't me or they just let it go. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that was the very first time I ever went down there. Like, the very first time, and later that night, I think his sister got like almost alcohol poisoning or something, you know. Jason Finger did it. No, this time I actually did it though. No.
Did I ever tell you about the time we had to go to the hospital?
I don't think so. No.
This might be another one that's like, oh man, I can't believe you're telling that.
Maybe we should. Go ahead.
We were over at a friend's house, and let's see, how did this go? I don't think Jason had smoked a lot at that point.
You talking about pot?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And
because he wasn't much of a smoker.
He wasn't.
He really wasn't.
He really wasn't.
No.
But let's see. I don't think I smoked that. I think I was just drinking.
Right.
I don't think I had started smoking at that point. This was young too. This is probably about 14, 15, something like that.
Right.
So yeah, we were over at a friend's house, and he got some smoke. And it was really good.
Right.
It's good stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So
of course, at 14, man, it's all pretty good. Yeah, it really is.
Well,
I think this is laced.
Well,
it wasn't.
Let me go. Let me get on into it.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely, boy. this is the good stuff. This is a hard hitter. Oh boy, something's wrong. Oh man, I think this stuff is
laced. Yeah.
Laced. Yo, I gotta go to the hospital.
What's so funny? Well, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, yeah. No, yeah. He was freaking the fuck out, and we had to go to the for real hospital, all of us. So I had to meet my parents over there.
Oh,
Jason's parents had to come over there.
Oh God, man!
And he was like, "Here, hold this. This is a joint."
Oh no, shit!
I had to hold this motherfucker in my pocket the whole time. And by the time we got to the hospital, I was outside, and I'm sweating the fuck out. Because there's cops there.
Yeah, sure, right.
After all this shit, I'm like, oh my God, I just got to walk over to this trash can and just try to be cool and just...
slip it out. Yeah,
slip this thing out right in the trash can. Hopefully nobody saw me. Oh God, I'm going to jail.
The prison, man,
and
prison.
He's
the kid
in
with
the,
a joint.
He's in the ER, you know. Overdosing.
Jesus on pot. So let me ask you, man, did you ever figure out what it was laced with?
Yeah, no.
You know why?
Just
it was good shit.
Just good intentions.
It was good, dude. I'll tell you, man, so many times when I first started smoking back when I was 16, I can't tell you how many times it was quote unquote laced.
Yeah.
As you get older, you start realizing that no drug dealer is going to lace their pot with. I mean, first of all, what drug would you lace it with? What drug? I mean, crack. You know, you're going to know that shit. I'm telling you right now, it's not like there's not going. Now, I've never smoked crack. Let me put that out there.
This ain't.
But you're going to know. I have been around people who were smoking judyflys, is what they're called. That when you put crack cocaine.
I think that was the thing that everybody kept saying. It's like, oh,
it's a judyfly.
Oh, it's a judyfly.
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh no! Whoa! My God!
Well, let me go on record.
My head's gonna be like a pumpkin, man. I don't want to tell you.
Yeah, man. They're in my neighborhood, man.
They're in my neighborhood, big heads, man. I don't
look like apples.
Chill out, man.
Weigh the anchor. How much is the weigh? I don't know. I saw it in a movie once.
You keep knocking macho can't come in.
Hey, can I see your license? Yeah, it's on the back of the car, man. But
his name is Ralph.
Yeah. Hey, man. Whatever you do, don't look at his birthmark. But
I wasn't looking at his birthmark, man.
Yeah, I'm not looking, man. I'm not looking. But nah, dude.
Welcome to the Cheech and Chong episode.
The appreciation here.
Yeah.
But nah, man, we used to always think it was laced with shit. Like I said, I've been in a party where people were smoking crack in there. I'll admit it. You know, I was at the party. I wasn't partaking, but I was at the party. You know it from the smell, first of all. Well, what other drug could you use, man? I mean, that's the thing. What it is like you're young, you're not used to it, you smoke too much. Because we will straight up fuck you up, man. That's why you do it.
Watch too many after school specials.
Yes. All these drug dealers are going to put, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
They're going to lace it where they'll hook you.
Formaldehyde in it.
Yeah, dude, I used to hear that shit, man. They called it. They say it'd be like angel dust. I remember angel dust was a big one. I remember this guy told me, he's like, hey man, you see all this white crystals on it, which is the THC crystals, you know, which you know that now. Yeah, man. What did he say it was? Angel dust. Yeah, it was like, yeah, man, this is angel dust, man. Be careful with that. You know, oh God, I don't want to smoke that. But then again, dude, I know I can almost flip it around, and I can tell you about the time I bought a bag of oregano for like $25 back in the day. That's
the best spaghetti I ever had.
God damn it, man. No, I was so mad, dude. I mean, we smoked so much of that shit, and I'm like, dude, this is nothing. And this is back when we were like 15, 16. Yeah. Well, I was 16 when I started smoking, so we was about 16 or 17. But what was so fun, I mean, I had a huge bag of this shit. It was like an ounce for like $20. Should have known better.
Yeah.
So we ended up giving it to this older guy that would hang out with us. I don't want to put anybody on blast.
Yeah.
But let's just put it like this, man. He was way too old to be fucking around with the same girls we were fucking around with. Let's just put it like
Fair
that.
enough.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I was
Wooderson?
Kinda. He I think he was actually old enough to drink at this point, man. And he was way too old to be hanging out with us, man. You know,
going up to the moon tower.
Yeah, I think he was, brother. I think he was. Yeah. But he obviously, man, being a 20, 21-year-old guy hanging out with a bunch of 16, 17-year-olds, he was he's a little bit of a loser. Let's just go ahead and put it out there. But what was hilarious, man, is let him hold on to that bag. Because, I mean, we couldn't smoke it. I mean, it wasn't working. So we had, like, you know, this huge amount of oregano or whatever. Or the shittiest weed I've ever seen in my life. So we gave it to this guy, man, and he put it up under his car, like up under the console or whatever, like where all the vents and all that shit are, to hide it. And he forgot. And we were all in his car. This been about a week or so later. He turned on the air, man, and all that shit blew out, man.
What?
Yes, dude. We were all in there, man, because we'd go ride around and we'd burn one or drink a little bit, whatever. He'd buy us alcohol. And, man, he turned on the air and it just blew out everywhere, man. We were like, you dumb motherfucker, man. This is why you're hanging out with 17-year-olds.
There you go.
Instead, and dude, I'll go ahead and put it on blast, man. I ain't going to say his name. But I was 16 or 17, like I said, and I was talking to a girl who was about 15, I think. Because she was still in middle school and I had just started high school. We were like 2 years apart, something like that. He was old enough to he was at least 20, man. I think I know he could get boozed. But anyway, man, me and him had tension because he was fucking around with the same girl.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Here, write his name down.
Oh, okay.
I gotta know. I just gotta know.
But yeah, so obviously I'm gonna write this name down. I don't want to put him out there, man, because, you know, I don't know where the guy's at right now. Do you remember that name, Mike?
No.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever met this guy or not. He would hang out some. He hung out at Jane's a lot back in the day, shoot pool with us, stuff like that.
Just from Memphis and Jerry Lawler.
Oh, shit. Okay. Whoa. Well, hey, man, I tell you what.
It's not Bill Dundee.
No, it's not Bill Dundee. It's not Bill Dundee. I swear to God. Well, hey, Mike, let me ask you, dude. I know we don't really have a subject for today, do we?
No, you know what? I thought we were talking about underage drinking and drugs.
And yeah, well, we can absolutely do that. I've got a little bit experience in both, but man, we're actually trying a little bit of a new format this week.
Yeah.
We had something kind of lined up, but it didn't really come together. Right. Which, hey, man, who knew?
Hey.
Jesus, that's
it's in the stars.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, that's about to be the PUDcast, motto right there. Right. Well, it almost worked out. So, man, I think, from this point forward, man, we were just talking, and we may not have too many more subjects. We're going to have some, obviously. Yeah. We're going to have another Warren Zevon episode soon, I hope. We need to figure that out, by the way. I think we wrote it down. I lost my paper anyway. So, man, that's what we're doing today. We're just here to shoot the shit. Yeah. And we're just going to see where it goes, and pretty much like every other episode. It really is, man. It really is. We talk like it's a quote unquote new format, but we're just almost making it official.
Hey, remember that other time we were talking about drugs and drinking?
I do remember that. What, yesterday?
Oh, man.
I think it was yesterday. I think it was.
Right on.
Well, hey, let me ask you this, man. We're obviously big wrestling fans. We talk a lot about wrestling. We had the AEW Double or Nothing review last week. You told me to check out the latest Being Elite video.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you.
Loved it, obviously. But my favorite part of that video, and we haven't talked about this yet, so I wanted to wait till today. And I know you probably know what I'm about to talk about here. What did you think about the Luchasaurus spot in that Being Elite video?
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Because he's basically giving historical facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, dun, 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 dun. Just messing around on his phone, and it's like, is that right? He was messing around on his phone?
Yeah, it seems like, yeah.
No, it's actually this, isn't it?
Yeah, like a teacher, like a professor. But what got me, he was talking about how it was the greatest day in American history because Lex Luger slammed Yokozuna.
Yeah.
And I mean, just, dude, because at first I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck are they doing with Luchasaurus? Mm-hmm. And then, because my first reaction was like, I don't know.
Right.
And then about 2-3 seconds in, I'm like, it's fucking genius, man.
Absolutely.
It's fucking genius.
So good.
I
thought you were going to talk about MJF.
Oh, yeah, dude. Once again, best modern heel. There's not even a comparison.
Get out here, you little shit.
Yeah.
Come here, you little shit.
Dude, I know we put him over.
Fucking dog.
Yeah.
Dude, he's talking to Cody's dog.
Dog, yeah. Man.
Just talking it down, trying to feed it chocolate.
Yeah. What a heel. And it's over as a heel.
Oh, my God.
I know we put him over so hard last week, and, dude, I just can't stop putting him over. It's like...
Yeah.
To be able to work a classic heel today and actually get that heel reaction, I mean that's unheard of because most quote unquote heels that work heel are popular. Yeah, people like it, man. They cheer them. It's hard to work heel in today's society, MJF's got it down, brother.
I want to go back on something I listened to this past week. I know everybody's listened to it. I don't know if you've listened to it or not. The John Moxley, when he was on Jericho's podcast, Wade Keller's podcast.
Yeah, I heard most of it. I haven't gone all the way through it, but I listened to a pretty good amount of it. Yeah.
The part that always got me was the part he was talking about doing, the video spots, the backstage promos, stuff like that.
Right.
Doing that production-wise in WWE,
right,
where it would take literally hours to do a couple-minute spot.
Right. Kind of like how we do liners.
Right, yeah. well, no, their production is way more intricate than that.
Absolutely.
We just fuck up a lot.
Yeah. True. Yeah. It's true.
But then he talks about he knocked out 3 spots for AEW and Cody.
Right.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Each.
Yeah.
Done.
And it's
done.
legit.
Record it. Done. 2 minutes. Done. Knocked out 3 of them.
So it's organic, man. Yeah. That's why their shit on WWE seems so fake. Is because they've been there for fucking 4 hours. Yeah. I mean, they're just trying to just get through the motions at that point. You can tell it, dude.
Yeah.
You can feel energy. You can feel what they're trying to put or how they're feeling. If a good interviewer is worth their salt, then you're going to be able to feel what they're feeling. That's why everything in WWE feels flat. It feels fake. It just feels just not entertaining,
Produced.
man. Overproduced, man. Overproduced. Yeah. That's the best way. Well, one of the best things I read about AEW is when they said that they weren't going to script out their promos. I'm like, well, right there you go, man. That's going to put them over the edge right there because you're going to actually let people become stars again. Right. You can't create a star, man. A star has to create themselves.
That's right. Just like back in the old days.
It's weird how that works, isn't it?
Wow.
It's weird how that works. You mean a formula that worked for like 80, 90, 100 years could actually still work? I mean, when the thing about WWE is it kind of takes me back to that Rush song, The Trees.
It works for marketing. It works for their thing works for marketing. It works for the bigger picture, merchandising, sponsors, everything like that.
But the actual art form itself, it suffers. And, going back to my analogy of talking about that song, The Trees, what that song is all about is how you keep everything equal. Mm-hmm. If a tree grows too high, then you chop it down. Right. You keep everything level. Yeah. Nobody can rise up, and that's what WWE does, man. Yeah. They'll put, I'll go back to the Kevin Owens situation. Once again, not the biggest fan of Kevin Owens. I mean, I gave him a lot of shit, but I mean, he's all right, man. I think he could have been something, and I think he was on his way of being something. They chop him down. How do you go from being a WWE champion one week and then a month later you're jobbing out in less than 5 minutes on Raw?
Well,
I mean, how?
Well, I'll say one word. I think that applies to this weekend as well. Goldberg.
Oh, bro, howdy. Now, did you watch any of the Super Showdown?
I watched all of it.
You did? Oh, God. Was it a Super Letdown last one?
It was absolutely terrible.
Really? It was that bad?
It was incredibly. There were a few good things.
Sure, I'm sure there was some spots, man.
The Finn Balor, the Andrade match.
Right.
Was an incredible match.
Really? Good. It's good to hear.
And, my God, this has to be a thing. Going forward, this has to be an incredible thing. It's such a weird thing over there. And unfortunately, Andrade's mother passed away like a couple hours after.
I read that
after the show, and that was really sad. See, he's a really good guy. God, he's really just amazingly talented.
Yeah, well, a little bit I've seen of him. He's really good.
And it's just a weird thing because you had all this stuff that you can't do this because of religion. Right. But they did this huge production for the Demon King. Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Yeah. Somebody else was talking about that online, and that kind of rung a bell with me. I'm like, yeah, man, that is a little weird. Right. Now, were they allowed to have any women's matches? Because it seems like I heard that they were trying to get one.
But they nixed that pretty
nixed
quickly.
It, really.
Not the WWE. Well, they had to, but
the Saudis.
The Saudis.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because it seemed like I did hear that they were trying to really push to get one, and it just.
Yeah.
I mean,
Melina Vega. was not even allowed to be out there with Andrade.
Really?
That's right.
So, I mean, let me ask you, did Hulk Hogan show up?
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure if he was going to make an appearance or not. So, no Hulk Hogan. No. How was, I hear the Undertaker Goldberg match?
Jesus, God.
Was that the main event?
Yes.
What was it?
That was.
I hear it was rough, man. I heard it was pretty rough. I don't even want to see it, dude. I don't even.
I recommend watching it just to watch it, just to archive that.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be in there.
I was reading something.
Either one. I love both of them.
I do
think
too.
They're both incredible.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no reason for them to be in there.
That's why I don't.
Or try to do that stuff that they were trying to do in that 10 minutes.
Yeah, I tell you, man. Somebody had written. I think it was on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken, and it was just like, hey, it's time to let the Undertaker retire. He was like, he has put in so much of his body. It's like, let the man rest.
Well, does he want to?
Well,
he's got that choice.
Yeah, I mean, there's that too. But the only thing I was going to say about that is the Undertaker apparently liked that guy's comment, and apparently the Undertaker doesn't do that a lot.
All right.
So people are reading into that.
Yeah.
That you never know, brother. I mean, does he have a choice? I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
I would think so.
Absolutely.
But here's the deal, man. Does he have the choice? Yes, but when Vince dangles so much money in front of you, even at Undertaker,
still it's your choice.
It's your choice, man. But
it's your choice.
I just wonder if it's pressure. If Vince, I mean, I know the Undertaker's a different level. I mean, I don't see why he should be pressured to do anything.
Depends on what kind of motorcycle you want.
Well, I guess, man, or how many, or how many you want. I mean, I don't know, dude.
That's it. I mean, it's not like he's hurting.
Well, no, I was going to say. I mean, he's definitely
not like he's in financial.
Oh no, I mean, he's
strain
definitely reached that level.
Yeah,
he's got to have fuck you money at this point.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got to
just in merch.
I mean, I mean, just that. But then again, you just don't know how Vince can manipulate. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to put it all on Vince, but we just don't know, man. But
this is a man that can tell Vince fuck you.
He should be able to.
He's done it.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, but then again, I just wonder how much the payoff was.
This is a man that took and told Vince McMahon, "Hey, you need to explain yourself to Bret Hart."
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah, and that was back in the day. I mean, that was way back in the day.
Tell me you can't. Just say, no, I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't think it should.
I don't know, man. I just like to know.
I think it's just money.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's really what it boils back down to and circles back around to is the payout.
Yeah.
I like to know how much Vince is getting. I think it's $1 billion, bro. I think it's a cool $1 billion. I think he's like, we'll give you $1 billion.
Better know.
I mean, Jesus. So what?
A lot of people protested this whole thing.
I was going to ask you, what do you think, Mike? What's your opinion of going to Saudi Arabia?
I think it's useless.
Well,
I think if you're going to do anything, you don't need to do this big super show. You really don't.
Right.
I think if you're going to have a presence there, you're going to get some kind of kickback money, whatever, put an NXT there.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that.
There's talent there.
Oh, there's a lot of talent in NXT. I mean, some would argue
there's
more
talent in that country.
Oh, you mean as far as having people from Saudi Arabia come into the business?
Talent. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure there is, man, and that's kind of where I'm.
Because they had one of their hometown guys, that's in NXT now.
Oh, I wasn't
the
aware.
50-man battle royal.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. I did not know that. Well, I know a lot of people obviously have issues with the Saudi government. Obviously for obvious reasons.
Yes.
I mean, there's so many to list that we can't even get into, and I understand that there's a lot of people's like we shouldn't even be over there.
No.
I don't know how to think about it, man, because I understand that. Excuse me. And I mean, I obviously understand that they have committed atrocities to their own people and other people. But at the same time, the average Saudi citizen is like every other average citizen. They don't have any control over this, especially over there. They don't even have elections, man. They just have a royal family, so they don't have a democracy or anything. Part of me is like, man, why should we not allow those people to have some sort of entertainment as well? Right. It's a fine line, man, because those people love that shit.
Yeah,
I mean, that's because I did watch some of the last one, and man, that crowd was. I mean, a lot of those people will never get to see anything like that before or since. So I'm really torn on it, brother, because I understand it's like, yeah, the Saudis are terrible. You know, the government's terrible. They've committed all these human rights violations. I mean, so do a lot of other countries.
Absolutely.
You know, so
Absolutely.
so do we.
It was kind of akin. It's kind of akin. If you remember, of course, I know you do. Back in the 80s, you know, when we were so deep in that Cold War with Russia.
Right.
You know, that there were no rock shows over there.
No.
We bring the
Monsters of Rock,
the Moscow Peace Festival.
That's right. Yeah.
And you know, a lot of those kids have never seen anything like that.
And how many people was at that show? I mean, it was a ridiculous. I mean,
yes.
I mean, like maybe 1 million,
Yes.
maybe. I mean, it was a ridiculous. Almost everybody in Russia went.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you know, you had Gorky Park, who was from Russia. So, you know, man, that's another one of those. And obviously the Russians committed all their atrocities as well. But, you know, still, these rock bands went over. I just don't know how to feel about it, man, because part of me is like, well, I'm a peaceful person, dude. Not only just in my life in general, like interacting with other people. I want to stay peaceful and this and that. But I believe in a peaceful world.
Right.
And I don't know how we can achieve that unless we do start crossing some of these boundaries, trying to. I mean, man, if you ask me, bringing pro wrestling to a country can help make them a little bit more progressive.
Yeah.
You know, I really think that. And I've even heard, and I don't know, you know, I take this with a grain of salt, but I've even heard that a lot of the younger Saudis or in the royal family are more progressive.
Right.
That's why they got wrestling ever to begin with.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a little torn on it. You know, I see both sides of it. Me personally, if I had to say, is it a good thing or a bad thing, I would probably say a good thing. Just because if you can cross some of those borders. I mean, man, ain't nothing going to happen overnight.
No, definitely not. But if you can open up that door, that window.
A little bit of dialogue, man. A little bit of westernizing.
Right.
You know, show these people, hey, you know, this is the kind of stuff that can happen, and it can go on in your country as well. I mean,
you can have shitty shows just like we do.
Absolutely, man. You can waste your money and be disappointed just like everybody else. And if you're really lucky, maybe AEW will put on a show for you. You know?
There you go.
But
I think the funniest thing from that Finn Balor thing was the tweet that he put out. He kind of trolled Saudi Arabia.
Oh, right.
With the Love is Love. He did the Pride Month.
Oh,
Happy Pride Month from Saudi Arabia on Twitter. Absolutely.
That's cool.
I think somebody had commented on it too. It's like, I hope you did this while you were on the plane.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, once you've crossed out those fucking, you know, after you got out of the border, you know. But I mean, that's what I'm saying though, man. Things like that can maybe help bring some of those ideals to that country, you know. Do I like what Saudi Arabia has done? Absolutely not. Of course not, man. Of course not. I'm not an asshole. But when I think of the average Saudi citizen, and I think that's something that people don't think of enough, Mike, and I know we don't try to get too political or too deep. Everybody's just regular people, man. 99.9% of regular people just trying to get from point A to point
government,
B. Exactly.
The people.
That's what I'm saying, man. We're all on the same page. We all just want to live, man. We don't want to get bombs dropped on us.
All right.
We want to feed ourselves and our families and just live, man. And like I said, I think some people don't give enough attention to that. You know, they think of the governments, they think of the royal families, but they don't think of Joe Q Saudi over here who would like to go see fucking Goldberg.
He's got a Seth Rollins shirt on.
Exactly, man. What about that guy?
And that was, that was the thing about this, because it seemed like it was more. The crowd was more. Of a crowd of that type of crowd. It's like there was less dignitaries in the crowd
and more regular people.
Right.
See, and that's what it's supposed to be about, man. And you know, do you remember a time when wrestling was for the average person? You know, I mean, that's the way it was always supposed to be anyway. In fact, I even think, man, it got a little elitist for a little while.
Right.
You know, I mean, sincerely, it can be.
Absolutely, it can.
So it's good to see that grassroots. That, you know, let's bring it back to the people. And hey, brother, I'll tell you like this: if there's anybody in this world that should get a little pro wrestling in their life, it probably is those people over there, man. You know, to have a release, to have a distraction.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, God bless the citizens.
Yeah,
you know, and
for what it is. Unfortunately, we got pushed into a match that should have happened 15 years ago. Instead, is happening right now with Undertaker and Goldberg. There's no reason for this match.
No.
It should have happened. They kept pushing it. It's the match that everybody wants to see. Everybody, no, we wanted to see this 15 years ago. We don't want to see this in current.
When it was relevant,
Yeah.
you know. I
we
mean,
don't want to see Goldberg. And I'll put it on both guys because I watched the match, and Goldberg didn't get Undertaker up for that jackhammer. But Undertaker
didn't really put him up there, or
didn't
help him.
Didn't help him out at all.
Right.
You watch his hands, and if you know anything about working with people, you know where you're supposed to be, and you know when you sandbag somebody.
I was going to say sandbagging him a little bit,
and that's why Undertaker wound up on the back of his head and neck.
You know, dude, I mean, I've always been a firm believer of using the old guys with the new guys because it's the way it always had been.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you always had that transitional period. Hell, when I was coming up, man, Bruno Sammartino, who was, the champion for years, a decade, not more than a decade, was working mid-cards.
Right.
Was putting over some of the younger guys.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's the way it should be.
How about that?
But, man, when you have, in other words, instead of having Goldberg versus Undertaker, why not have them in a tag match with two younger guys? Mm-hmm. Why not try to start incorporate some of these younger guys?
Don't talk to me about a tag match because they did that with Kane and Undertaker and Shawn and Hunter.
Yeah, but
that was a disaster too.
But it was all old people.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, man. Let's mix it up. Let's have a young guy with the Undertaker versus Goldberg with another one of the young up and comers. Yeah. Seth Rollins and the Undertaker versus Goldberg and
they kind of did that.
Ever, I mean,
they kind of did that with Kurt Angle not too long back.
Right.
And Kurt Angle was another one.
Man.
I was just like, my God, once he got away from that tag, that gimmick tag match with the younger guys, started doing singles again. It was like, my God, this is terrible.
He's strong.
You're actually putting this out there.
Yeah.
You're putting this out there. And the company's putting this out there.
And everybody
This is terrible. This is hard to watch.
Yeah, I know, man. Especially Kurt Angle, who, man, for years was like my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, I still consider him to probably be the best pro wrestler maybe ever because he was the real fucking deal, man. He was funny.
Yeah.
He had the charisma.
Yeah.
But, dude, when
but
you
this
see
last image of him just...
I know, man. Well, at least he had enough.
Don't do this.
Just don't do it. Like we said when we were talking about some of these independent federations, if you can't do it, don't, man. Just because you could do it 10 years ago, don't mean you can. Brother, you know how much shit I could do 10 years ago I can't do today?
No.
Like stay up past 9:30? Hey, I mean, I'm just saying, there's different things to this thing, brother. And
no, it's... And you got another one. You got... Which Randy Orton's still in his prime.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But Triple H...
I mean, man, I think Triple H could still go to a degree. I mean, I don't think he's at that level yet. But he's way past his prime, bro.
I mean,
way past his prime.
I mean, this is you got young talent, but you keep relying on these older guys.
Well,
and you're just not letting the guys have their moments.
Well, going back to...
You're giving us shitty moments with the old guys.
Yeah.
You're trying to relive the great moments that they had when they were young.
Yeah.
Let the young guys have their moments.
The new moments that people maybe in 10 years can look back on and be like, hey, this was great stuff. Man, it goes back to my trees analogy. They chop them all down.
Yeah.
They don't let the cream rise to the top, man, because they don't give them an opportunity to even know who the fucking cream is.
Right.
Hell, look at Daniel Bryan, man. That was an organic, the Yes movement that was several years ago. And they run with it for a little while. I will give them credit, man. They went, but then they cut the legs out from under it.
Yep.
And I mean, the one thing about WWE, and I guess, man, we could just name this show "Let's Bitch About WWE." But man, one thing about WWE that has bothered me since the late '90s, early 2000s, there's no consistency. I mean, they'll start rolling with something, dude. I'll give you an example. When the new Hart Foundation first came out, because I had given up on wrestling, I was like, okay, I'm out. Let's see, it was Natalia, David Smith, I believe.
Davey Smith.
And Tyson Kidd. And I've been hearing about this. And I'm like, well, I don't know. It sounds interesting, Finally, one day, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start watching it for that. Because, I was a huge, well, I wouldn't say I was a huge Hart Foundation, but I liked the Hart Foundation. Right. And I kind of like that heralding back, and the new generation. I was wanting to see it. So I watched it for a couple weeks and was really getting into it. They fucking split them up.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Right when I first started getting invested in the angles,
right,
they cut them loose.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you go from there?
I know.
I mean, I turned the channel off, man. I was like, well, fuck this, man. I watched.
I'm out.
And I stayed
you had
out.
Me? Then you took the hook out of my mouth and
threw me back in, man.
Threw me back in.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, man, I was just, yeah. Well, Mike, I tell you what, bro. We're pushing halfway right now. We're pushing it. We may be not quite halfway, but this week, man, we actually had a new wrestling weekend update from our friends down at This Is a Work Long Talks.
And I was about to say, if you want the exclusive, comprehensive review on this Super Showdown, listen to. This is a work.
Yeah, now it's not out yet, but it's supposed to be out maybe today. Today, yeah.
It will be out today.
Yeah. So I know it's recorded. I know it's in the bag. They just got to get the production up and get it uploaded. So like you were just saying, Mike, that's where you want to go for your in-depth, full-on ratings, the good, the bad, everything. You'll find it on their show.
The in-depth review of this show you are going to want to check out. This is a work with David Hayes, Chris Barnes.
And before you watch, or I should say before you either watch the show or before you listen to their show, we got a little update to kind of catch you up on what's been going on, that they have been so just generously, cool to let us play it on our show. So once again, this is the Wrestling Weekend Update, and this is brought to you by our friends out at Long Walk Productions. This is a work, and this features our good friend who's in the podcast almost as much as we are, David Two Dogs Hayes, and somebody we got to get back down here on the podcast, and that's Chris Barnes. I don't know what his nickname is.
Kill
Barnes Kill. I don't know what his nickname is this week. I didn't catch it. The Penultimate Warrior, maybe?
Maybe.
That was probably my favorite one so far. Yeah. I call him the Real World Champion, so I'm going to go with Chris, the Real World Champion Barnes on this one. Anyway, don't go anywhere. We're going to play their weekend update. Don't go nowhere, Puds. We're going to be right back.
You're watching Wrestling News Update. I'm David Two Dogs Hayes.
And I'm Chris, Limited Wardrobe / Limited Interest Barnes.
Our top story tonight, AEW's pay-per-view Double or Nothing premiered in Las Vegas last weekend, and as momentum builds, Vince McMahon has said to be in a constant state of sweat-soaked fury. Insiders aren't really sure whether to be worried or not, as sweat-soaked fury has been McMahon's default mode since the 1980s.
Jon Moxley wowed the audience at Double or Nothing just weeks after leaving the WWE and his Dean Ambrose persona behind. In one interview, Moxley said that Vince McMahon tried to make him cut a promo that made fun of Roman Reigns' leukemia. Gee, I wonder how Lars Sullivan's sensitivity training is going.
Mick Foley has teased that WWE is considering bringing back elements from the Attitude Era, saying the third hour is going to get rougher, wilder, and more unpredictable. We couldn't help but notice he didn't say anything about being watchable.
Becky Lynch has gone on record as saying she wants a main event at next year's WrestleMania without Ronda Rousey, making her the latest in a long line of people who don't want to do things with Ronda Rousey.
Lynch also referred to the WWE as the pinnacle of the sport, making us wonder if pinnacle means the same thing in Ireland as it does here.
This weekend, the WWE is bringing Super Showdown to Saudi Arabia, but several wrestlers will not be attending out of protest, including Aleister Black, whose religious tattoos may offend Saudi audiences. Keep that in mind as Andrade wrestles a man whose nickname is literally the Demon King.
John Cena is one of many who refuse to participate, and his absence is especially notable since after the movie Bumblebee, most fans assumed that he would appear in pretty much anything.
As his own form of protest, Bill Goldberg will continue to be Jewish.
Instead of going to Saudi Arabia, Sami Zayn has announced that he has started a fundraising campaign to pay for medical aid in Syria, while Vince McMahon continues to light his cigars with $100 bills instead of paying for the talent's health coverage.
Rounding out the list of objectors are most of the women's roster, although rumors are circulating that Alexa Bliss might face off against Natalya, making this the first women's match in the Middle East since Bliss took on Sasha Banks in Abu Dhabi in 2017. To hear the rest of this joke, please contribute to our own fundraising campaign for full-time bodyguards.
Despite all the absences, Super Showdown will still feature a 50-man battle royal. While a lot of people are wondering where the WWE found 50 men, the AEW is wondering whether they can afford to print 50 new contracts.
Lars Sullivan will be facing off against the Lucha House Party in a 3-on-1 handicap match. The handicap being that Lars Sullivan can't count above 2.
And speaking of matches that no one cares about, the main event at Super Showdown will feature a match between The Undertaker and Bill Goldberg, leaving many fans wondering whether or not there should be an actual Undertaker in attendance.
If there is an Undertaker nearby, he can stick around for the match between Roman Reigns and Shane McMahon, which kicks off their new storyline, Who's Going to Die First?
And finally, Boom Studios announced this week that their WWE comic book will be ending after 25 issues, which is 25 issues more than it should have taken them to realize that wrestling fans can't read.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the Super Showdown special of This Is a Work coming soon.
All right, Puds, we're back, man. Hey, man, I can read. I can't spell worth a shit, but I can read.
Yeah.
I can read the words, I just can't spell them. So come on, guys. Hey. Nah, man, once again, we appreciate This Is a Work, the Long Walk guys down there for allowing us to use that. Great. Once again, man, just another great segment, man. A great segment. We do appreciate it, guys. And once again, as Mikey was saying before we went to the break, if you want a real in-depth review of the Super Letdown, Super Showdown, Super Showdown.
There you
go. Yeah.
You can't read.
Okay, there you go. But for real, guys, check them out, man. They're a great team. Chris Barnes, David Hayes, their producer Dave Hensley, and hey, man, I want to put somebody on blast. I don't like to put people on blast, but there's one particular person in this planet who I absolutely live to put on blast. And that person is David Hayes.
Okay.
Two Dogs, David Hayes. I love putting Two Dogs on blast, man.
Yes.
Everybody else, I don't want to put him on blast. I don't want to put nobody on blast. David Hayes said this shit.
Okay.
Man, they were fucking around with their damn producer, man. Let me give you a little background. Now, they probably don't want me to put it out here too much, but they put it out on their show.
All right.
So I figured,
fair game.
So I figure it's fair game at this
Fair
point.
game.
Dave Hensley, who is the producer for Long Walk Productions, Long Walk Talks, and This Is a Work. He does 2 podcasts. He produces both of them. As a man who also produces 2 podcasts, let me tell you, that ain't no fucking easy task, man. It's no small task. David, unfortunately, had a little bit of a technical issue with their last show. Oh, God, man. What was the last pay-per-view, Mike, that they did? Was it Fastlane? No.
Fastlane.
Fastlane. It was Fastlane, wasn't it? Yes.
No.
No,
not Fastlane.
Jesus, that was a long time ago.
Jesus. Money in the Bank.
Yeah, it was Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. It shows you how, up I am on WWE. God damn.
Fucking in between pay-per-views.
Dude, that was like 4 pay-per-views ago. Anyway, man. So Dave Hensley had a technical issue. They recorded the show. Unfortunately, they didn't record it the first time. It didn't come out. So they had to re-record it. They redid the show. Man,
we've had issues.
Dude, I've had so many technical issues.
Yep.
I can't even put them out there how many technical issues we've had.
Yep.
And I'm here to tell you, as a producer, nothing feels worse than when you get home and you start putting that shit together and holy shit, this didn't record, that didn't record, we got static here, we got this didn't come through here. That shit will make you sweat, man.
This show wouldn't happen without Jason Finger producing the whole thing. And making sure that everything was right, everything was good, and everything got up.
I just got a lot of pressure on me, man, because sometimes I fucking will let it go. Well, hey, brother, wouldn't be a podcast with Jason and Mike without Jason and Mike. You know what I'm saying?
But it's true. It's a big deal.
It's a lot, man. Well, I don't want to say it's a lot of work. Well, at the beginning it was. I got my groove now.
Yeah.
So the work's not as hard.
But it still works.
It's still work, man. You put time into it, man. It is. It's a labor of love. Obviously we don't get paid. So that's why I want to put David Hayes on blast, man. Because Dave Hensley, who is a fucking phenomenal producer, and if you don't believe me, go listen to him and you'll hear it. Because, man, if you got to fucking edit David Hayes, man, you're going to be working your ass off.
Oh, that's
you know what I'm saying? That's what you get to, dogs. We're on you now, bro.
Yeah, that's a second job.
It is a second job, man, and you can't even hear it like when you listen back. So David Hensley is a phenomenal producer and a good guy on top of that. And hell, man, you know what David Hayes does? He shits on him for half the damn show. Well, if you had recorded it right the first time, he's talking all that. You know what I mean?
All right, calm down, John Moxley. Yeah. There's somebody that needs to. No, not you.
Oh, no, him. Yeah. You know what?
All two dogs, John Moxley over there talking about he needs to be overproduced.
Oh, I'd be telling that motherfucker be doing your own goddamn production. I'm like, here, motherfucker. Here's the software. Learn it, biatch.
I can hear David Hayes right now. Man, fuck you too.
Yeah.
Man, fuck you guys.
Man, fuck the PUDs, man. Piss on them PUDs. Fucking puddles. But I had to put them on blast, man. I had to. I about did it on Facebook.
With their Maypop
motherfuckers.
Maypop motherfuckers.
Them Maypop bullshit. But nah, man, I had to get out to them. So I just want to put it out there, man. David Hensley, if you are listening, brother, you are appreciated. Your listeners appreciate you. Now, your goddamn co-host might not fucking appreciate you, but your people do, man. The people who listen to your show do appreciate you. And then now Barnes didn't really get on to him because, Barnes is a good, decent man.
Yeah.
He ain't going to shit on somebody.
Yeah.
Who goes
like
out.
Two dogs,
like
David
Hayes does. So I'm fucking with him right now, man. But I got on to him, man.
He'll shit on you, then pick it up and show it to you.
Show it to you?
Yeah.
And they shit on you again. But now, all joking is obviously, man, we're joking. We're ribbing here, But I did talk to him. I was like, hey, man, I said, you gave him a lot of shit, bro. And he was like, I know. And, obviously they're just ribbing him as well.
Yeah.
It's all rib. It's all in good taste and good fun. But I did have to get on to him. I was like, nah, man, you can't do that, bro. Because it is hard. Well, once again, man, it's not quote unquote hard. It can be hard.
Yeah.
It depends on what's going on. It depends on the show. It depends on your issue. And when we first started this podcast, I'm not going to lie, brother, there was several times I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to put a brick through it and not sweat it. Because, I was frustrated.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I've gotten into a really good groove with it now. Learned some different techniques, and that's something else that's kind of cool about it, Mike. Once I started getting the actual quote-unquote production done, then I could start working on more techniques and more effects and, adding the bass in, adding the compression in, splitting the signals, stuff like that, man. So that's been pretty cool. But, yeah, man, I had to get onto
I don't know any of that. I can't read.
Yep.
I know 1, 2. I know 1, 2, 3 words.
That's it. That's it.
That's all.
You're doing better than me, brother. You're doing a lot better than I am.
Of course, there's no reading in wrestling, right?
I hope not.
Oh, unless you pick up a wrestling magazine.
And I just looked at the pictures and the rankings.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But once again, dude, I just to put up over those guys one more time, man. They do a great show. They have great just chemistry. When they're not shitting on their producer, man. Once again. David Hayes, you know what I think, Mike? I'm going to go ahead and put it right here, right now. David Hayes, next time you're in the Pud Cave, or even the next time you record, I know Super Letdown's already been recorded, I think you should publicly apologize to David Hensley, man. What do you think, Mike? Do you think that would be prudent in this situation?
I think it'd be funny.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to crawl out of his ass now. But,
He won't apologize. He wouldn't even apologize.
He went to Smiley.
He went for freaking stealing his fridge.
Goddamn, man. 20 fucking years later. And the man still won't apologize.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My God. Dude, the funniest shit is when Smiley, I forget what they were even talking about, but Smiley's like, well, now that you heard from him, let's talk to somebody who tells the truth. Dude.
This is a time where I was just like, my God, I wish there was a video camera.
Yeah.
Because
the look.
These two are just going at it. And me and Jason are just over here leaning on each other.
On your shoulder.
Because if we weren't leaning on each other, we would be in the fucking floor crying and laughing. It was a thing of damn beauty. It was fantastic,
dude. If you could get those two on a weekly or even a monthly podcast, just to throw them out there, man, and just I can't think. I want to produce that. I know I've been talking about producing and how it can be worked. Let me produce that show. I wanted that show. And speaking of the other show I produced, Mike, The Good News with the Reverend Doctor, man, I want to talk a little bit about that, especially since we don't really have a format for today anyway. You know, let's put them over a little bit. A new show has been recorded.
Yes.
I had to do, man, I think I've talked about it. I know I talked about it on The Good News, and I think I've talked about it here, but I did have a workstation crash.
Yeah.
Another thing producers have to fucking worry about and go through from time to time. And, brother, I did not. I had all of our podcast stuff saved. I had our intro, our outro saved. I had Some of our liners, not all of our liners, were
Right.
saved. But I had a lot more saved for our show than I did for the good news because I didn't have hardly anything saved.
Right.
So I had to go and reproduce the intro. I had to reproduce a lot of other the outro. Obviously, you know, I had to find the commercial that we like to play for the game swap. You know, I had to get all that redone. It was a pain in the ass. I had a little bit of editing we had to do here and there with it. But that new episode should be up. Hell, maybe even today. We may be doing a double release today. Maybe, if not, it will definitely be out soon. So just keep your eyes open for that, man. Another episode with the good news is coming out, and we also introduced a new format with the good news. I don't know if we should talk about that now, Mike. If we all just let the people hear it when we release it. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
You want to talk about it now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's bring it up, man. We actually introduced somebody new to Pudville.
Yes.
Somebody who's not a stranger to Pudville.
Right.
This lady has been in here before, and we basically introduced a new co-host for the good news this week. And that person, speaking of David Hayes,
All right.
we're going to go to his better half, and I mean that in every sense of the word.
Right.
Better half here.
She won't shit on producers.
She will not shit on. Dude, she actually thanked me. Did you see that?
Yes.
We actually had some messages going with everybody involved in the show, and Kara Hayes actually thanked the producer for doing the hard work.
How about that?
Wow. Wow. You know, brother, it seems like certain people that were married to this woman would pick up some of those traits and show some fucking appreciation to their producer who works their ass off to make them sound good. Yeah, man. Okay, did I say we was going to quit shitting on David Hayes? Dude, I think that's going to be today's artwork. I'm just going to find a picture of David Hayes and put like a turd on him.
I can hear his apology too.
What apology? I didn't do it.
I'm sure you're sorry.
I'm sorry you don't understand that I'm not wrong. But no, man. But we are excited, man. We are very excited to introduce Kara Hayes to the Pudville family here. She's going to be co-hosting the Good News with the Reverend Doctor. You know, Mike, I said it on that show, and I'm going to say it on our show. Other than maybe a couple professors I had at college, you know, when I went back for my degree, other than maybe a few of them, the Reverend Doctor and Kara Hayes are probably the two smartest people I've ever met. And it comes through. Now, I'm not going to lie, man. This last episode, there's still a little filling out process going on. Everybody's still kind of getting comfortable here and there. I would say the first half, I'm not going to lie, man, was a little up and down. It really was. Right. It had its moments. There was some downswings here and there. There was. Like I said, there's a, oh, man, what would you call it? Just getting to know each other type phase.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know. The second hour, I thought, really took off, man. And, in fact, I would say toward the end of that second hour, it was just stellar. Man. Right. It was a spectacular show. So definitely keep your eyes and your ears open for that. The good news, a new episode will be dropping soon.
Yeah.
It's very, very soon. And once again, I just want to thank Kara Hayes out there. If she's listening, thank you for coming and helping make the good news even better.
Right.
And because me and you, man, we've both had to kind of step away. I know you with the business and me just with everything else going on. It's just so hard. Because, you know, man, our show, like today, we're not, I mean, hell, we're just us.
Right.
That show, you have to be a little bit more informed.
Right.
Because...
And I can't be, you know, because, like you said, I have to step away from the business. Of course, you know, Bruce Wayne always had to, you know, keep up Wayne Foundation to keep the Batcave open.
You got to keep the Batcave open, brother. I mean, if there's no game swap, there's no Pudcave.
That's right.
Man,
that's
you know?
right.
So we got to have that. And with me, man, you know, between producing and also just, you know, doing other stuff, working, you know, hey, God forbid, you know, a day job.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of hard to be as involved with the information that the good news has. I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's almost a job in itself just to have that information. And I figure between the good reverend, and especially when you're not the smartest guy in the room or the sharpest knife in the drawer like I am, it's even more difficult.
I can't read.
I can't read. I'm a wrestling fan.
I can't read.
You know, so how the hell am I supposed to read this stuff that Ben sends me when I'm a fucking wrestling fan?
I can't.
I'm just, it escapes me, man. But anyway, going back to the original, what I was saying, we are happy.
I get my information from Talking Video.
I go to Meme. I go to Mimi.
I can't read Meme.
I go Mimi.
Yeah.
But Kara, thank you for coming on. We are excited.
Yes.
In fact, I tell you, Mike, going back through and working on the last episode and redoing everything I had to do because of my workstation crash, it kind of lit a fire under me with the good news.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, man, it kind of bred some new life into it, kind of lit a fire. Kara's first appearance.
Yeah.
Well, technically, Kara was on as a guest before.
Yeah.
You know,
Full time.
Yeah, but this is full time now.
Yeah.
And like I said, we are just looking forward to it, and maybe some changes coming up. Maybe doing this, a little bit of that. Maybe try some different format things here and there.
Right.
But it's just keeping it exciting, man, and it is an exciting time.
Yeah.
It's a very exciting time, and so like I said, keep your eyes and ears open, man. And the good news with the Reverend Doctor will be out soon.
Absolutely.
All right, brother. So what else is going on, Mike?
Man, I'm getting a lot of stuff on the feed right now about, and you knew this was going to come.
Right.
This was going to happen with all the rain and everything.
Yeah.
I know the South Fork River is over its banks now.
Right. Very dangerous.
That's everywhere. Hickory is actually declared a state of emergency.
Right.
Because of all their flooding
Right.
in the citywide.
Right.
You know, and obviously probably countywide as well.
Sure, right.
Because of the Catawba River and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is and the rain's not over.
No, it's still raining as we speak.
Yeah.
It's still raining. In
Yeah.
fact, you know, Mike, we probably won't have a very long episode today because
Right.
I want to get my ass inside. I mean, I'm not even going to lie to
Yeah.
you. You know, and for you later on tonight, man, be careful.
Yeah,
you know, when you leave out of here,
absolutely.
you and Jamie be very, very careful.
Yeah. Luckily enough, you know, we're nowhere near the river.
Right.
You know, anything like that. So.
We got one close where I live.
Yeah.
You know, we've had flooding there.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you gotta be easy over there.
Exactly.
Easy like Sunday morning.
That's right. That's right. And like I said, it's not over yet. The rain's not over. The rain is going to keep coming.
Right.
And, you know, the South Fork River, you know, it runs right beside of places like Betty G. Ross Park.
Yes.
And that is always a place that will get completely flooded out.
Dude, do you remember a couple years ago when them guys actually took a boat down in there and they got stuck or some shit
Yeah.
and they had to come get them?
Right.
What was up with that, man? Took a couple locals.
They took
They took-
yokels.
I hate to say it, but
took a raft out there and got
it's
stuck.
South Fork,
and
South Fork Park.
yeah,
You know, and
endangered themselves, endangered
the
rescuers.
Yeah. Hold my beer.
Stupid.
Just hold my beer.
Completely stupid.
I mean, why would you?
Yeah.
I don't know why somebody would do that, and I'm glad I don't know why.
Right.
It's situations like I always try to understand people. I really do. I'm like, let me get in their head. Certain people, I'm like, I'm good. I'm good not being in there. I'm good not being in your head because I remember reading that in the paper, and it's just like, and yes, I still do read the paper from time to time. Just
You read?
Fuck, that's right. don't tell the Weekend Update guys that.
I saw mine on Spectrum News. They tell me.
Only thing I know how to read is the court hearing.
Yeah.
See if I'm in there or not.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I missed it.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, it was there for a while, man. Every time the arrest records would come out, I knew at least one person. At least
Oh yeah.
one. I mean,
yeah.
that's...
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know. He's been in here.
Oh, dude, you probably get them all in here.
Yeah.
Well, hey, has there been any tales from the swap this week?
Let me tell you something.
Oh, yeah.
Let me start off with Tales from the Downtown.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't get hit with this. Everybody else got hit with this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There was this one girl. And I have not found any information on exactly who it was or whatever, because I think it was one of those in and out deals.
Right.
You know, they got in and they got bailed out pretty quick.
Right.
But there was this lady that was going around to the different shops on Main shoplifting.
Right.
And she finally got caught over at Bloom Market, which is the new store down here.
Okay.
And she finally got caught shoplifting there. Well, you know, they're going through her bag. Cops are going through her bag, and, you know, she's got merch from, like, all the other stores.
Right.
Very bottom, you know, she's got a handgun.
Yeah. Right.
That's when you're going in.
It just leveled up.
Yeah. Crowbar Hilton.
Yeah.
It's time to go to the Crowbar Hilton.
Yeah.
But apparently she got bailed out pretty quick.
Right.
I don't know what else has come of it, but yeah, it's stuff like that, man. You know, just stupid stuff. The one I know I've had quite a few ordeals here this week. But the one that, you were witness to this, and it's on me.
Well,
as much as anything.
Yeah. Well, man,
you get the sob story, and
which I'm sure you hear
a lot. But let's see. How do I go into this?
Talking about the bag man?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do I go into this proper? Okay. So do you remember me talking about a guy that we named Larry?
Yeah. I've seen Larry before.
Larry.
Yeah.
Okay. So he had a roommate.
Oh, was that his roommate?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Former roommate.
Okay.
It's like, man, I got thrown out of there. I'm trying to go to magistrate and get some of my stuff back from them, and blah 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 this, blah 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 that. And it's like, man, nobody will let me keep this bag anywhere. I can't. It's like, can I keep it here for just a couple hours while I go to the magistrate?
And this wasn't a big bag. It's like a Walmart type bag. Wouldn't you say like a?
I'd say it's like a smaller trash bag of just
but not like a huge, like not a large trash bag.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. It's not a huge bag,
but
it's definitely not the thank you bag.
Yeah. Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, like for real.
But no, it's it is, and Jesus. This was like, I think, what was this on Tuesday? That this initially started, Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, I can't remember, man. I can't remember.
But it's been like every day. It's like, well, I can't take it with me.
Yep. Well, he'd still come in and check on it.
Check on it. It's like, hey, come in and check. Hey, man, I appreciate you doing this. Like, okay, you ready to get you back? No, I can't carry it around with me.
Jesus. I'll just store it here.
What?
Yeah. Do you still have it?
Yeah.
It's still here now.
Never saw him yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Because I know he'd been popping in, and because he popped in when I was here.
I'll be back for it later on tonight. And it's like,
and
later never came.
And it is one of them situations. It's like, God, man, because he's not asking for blood.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not asking you to really go.
Well, not until he. Like, hey, man, do you have a cigarette? Sure.
Oh, fuck.
And then it was like, you don't have $5? Like,
there it is.
Nope.
Yep. There it is.
I do not.
Man, I know you remember our old neighbor.
Turn quick. At that point, I was like,
get the fuck out.
Look. No.
Well, man, we had a neighbor back when we used to be roommates, and he lived on, like I said, across the street from us. And this guy, I know he had bummed a little money off you a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken. I know he tried to bum it off me a couple of times, but he came up to me one time, and I wouldn't give him. And man, I don't want to say I'm bad about giving people money, because I would do if I see like somebody on the side of the road. If I got $5, man, I'll throw it to him. I won't give you my last dollar, but if I got it. One, or if I got two, I'll give you one, because I know I got money coming in, and I've got a good situation, better than they do.
Right.
But at the same time, man, I also understand the whole "don't feed the bears," Yeah,
because you can walk away from that situation and not have to come back.
Exactly. And this guy that I'm going to talk about was our neighbor, so I mean, I couldn't get away from him. He was always going to be there.
Yep.
And I was just saying, I was in a special mood this day, brother. But he came up to me, and I'm walking outside. He's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And I'm like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" I didn't want to be a dick to him. He always spoke to him. I mean, he wasn't a bad guy. He was an all right guy. He's like, "Hey, I bet you can't let me borrow $5, can you?" I was like, "Nah, man, but I got an application for the store down there if you want that." And no, he started doing that nah dance real quick. Nah, I'm good. The nah, I'm good dance. Nah, I'm good. And I was like, and he's like, "I bet you couldn't give me a ride." I was like, "Nope." And I got in my car. What I did? I did the nah dance. Nah, I'm good. I was like, no, I was like, well, where are you going? He's like, I'm just going up here. I said, man, I'm going this way. And then I went the way that he said he was going.
No.
Hey, man, I mean, it's like, dude, let me tell you another story. No, I know we talked about this week.
Yeah.
Just talking about people, man. It's one of those things, man. People just take advantage.
Yeah.
You try to do the right thing. I swear to God, Mike, and I know this sounds cliche and it sounds even a little corny, and I don't always make this work, and I do fail at this probably more than I would like to admit, but I do try to live by the golden rule, man. I do truly, I swear to God, I try to live by doing unto others. You know, would I want somebody doing that unto me? If I needed $1, would I want somebody to let me borrow $1?
Right.
I absolutely would. Unfortunately, man, a lot of people don't live like that.
Right.
They just try to take.
Yeah.
They try to get as much as they can. Well, let me tell you this funny story. And this is a long drawn out, but it's worth it, man. It's got a good little. I don't think I've ever talked about this on the podcast, but it may come back up later. I was working at this place called Conforto, and I worked second shift. We worked from 2:00 in the afternoon to 10:00 in the evenings. One of the coolest jobs I ever had, man. I met one of the best friends I was ever privileged, and just it was an absolute privilege once again to be friends with this guy. His name was Big Ray Jeffries. Big Ray, yes. You knew Big Ray.
Yes.
Big Ray was essential for us when we first started wrestling because he was our biggest fan,
right?
Both physically and literally, you know, because he was a huge guy. Right. Big Ray was, oh God, man. We were in our 20s. He was probably in his 40s. So there's about a good 20-year gap. But he was a huge wrestling fan. We just buddied up immediately at work, and he became one of the best friends, you know, of that time, man. And like I said, unfortunately, Ray did pass away years ago. You know, it was just an unfortunate situation with Ray. But at the time, man, we were working second shift together. I'd say about 6 o'clock we had it was a Friday, and about 6 o'clock, the boss man said, well, we're caught up. You know, if anybody wants to go home, you're free to go. If you want to stay and make up your hours, you can make up your hours. You know, you don't get a pay cut, but you have the ability to leave early. Well, brother, that was all we needed to hear. We're like, we're out, man.
All right.
So me, Ray, and this other dude named Dan went to Dan's house. Okay, well, Dan was, he was engaged, but just had a baby with his fiance. All right, his fiance just did not like me and Ray. She just did not like us. It just was what it was.
Right.
Because we tried to get Dan to come out and hang out, do some stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, we didn't party hard, man. I mean, we just maybe hit the club, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, but it was mostly just doing the wrestling stuff or just sitting around drinking beer, man. That was 90% of what we would do. So Dan's like, yeah, man, we can come and hang out in my driveway. Well, fuck it, that's cool, man. We'll come hang out in your driveway. So me and Ray, we go get some beer. We go over and we start hanging out in Dan's driveway drinking beer. Having a pretty good night, man. You know, it's cool. Well, his fiance comes home. She's nice. She's like, hey, Dan, can I talk to you inside? As soon as she says that, Ray starts packing up all the shit. he starts taking the empty bottles. He's like, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, man, we got to go.
Yep.
And you know, I'm still young at the time, and I'm like, what do you mean, man? He's coming back. He's like, no, he ain't, man. He's like, we about to get told to go. We got to go home. I was like, nah, man, no sooner than I'm like doing the nah dance. Hey guys, man, I got to get on in here, dude. Ray just like Ray's still working, man. He's getting all the empty beer cans and beer bottles and shit.
We know.
He knows, yeah. And I know if you're like, oh no shit, you know. So anyway, Ray's like, well, man, what do you want to do? I said, well, let's go back into my place, man. You know, we'll smoke a joint and go drink more beer. He's like, all right, let's go get more beer because we'd already drank. You know, almost all of it is almost out. So, man, we stop in this little gas station on the way to our trailer me and Chauncey lived at.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we in here, man, and this chick, man, from across the way walks in. And I don't know her, but her and Ray know each other. And they start talking a little bit of shit. You know, you can tell, man, I don't know what she was on or what she had going on, but she had some shit going on. Let's just put it like that. You know, I ain't trying to put nothing too bad out there. So anyway, Ray talking a little bit. God, I hope none of Ray's old relatives listen to this show, man, because I just straight up put him on blast. And he's, like I say, he has passed on, so I don't want to speak ill, you know. But so anyway, man, they're talking. And I get the case. And I'm like, well, Ray, I'm just going to head on back. You know where I'm at, man. He's like, yeah, you know. So anyway, I look at my rear view mirrors. I'm pulling out. Well, she jumps in the truck with him. I said, well, shit, I guess she's coming too, you know. Yeah. So anyway, man, we get back to the trailer. We get in there, man, and so I don't know her. Right. And Ray hadn't seen her since high school, so he probably ain't seen her in like 25 some years. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I found this out a little bit later. You know, he didn't even know. He ain't seen her for like 20 years. Right. So I go back, take a piss in the bathroom or whatever, knocking on my door. Well, you know, back in them days, Mike, people just popped in. I mean, it was hard to tell. Yeah. And once again, you know, just to kind of describe Ray was a big motherfucker. Yeah. Man. He's a big dude, man. And, you know, I'll go ahead and put it out there. He was a black guy as well. Yeah. You know, we all a bunch of white boys running around. You know, Ray's a big black dude, you know. So this is knocking on my door, and Ray's like, hey, man, you got something at your door? I say, hey, man, whoever it is, just fuck with him. You know, because I figured he'd like, who the fuck are you? You know, just fuck with him. Right. And he was like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah, man, it's probably just one of the wrestling people. Just fuck with him, man. You know, I'll be out in a minute. Well, man, I walk out. That chick is on the couch. Ray's standing up looking at me. He got this look on his face. I'm like, who's at the door? And he's like, man, you're going to take care of that. And he just kind of pointed at the door. So I opened up the door, man, and it's this old dude. I didn't know him. I ain't seen him before. This guy, and I ain't trying to be mean, ain't trying to like dog him out, man, ain't trying to be an asshole here, but he looked straight up homeless, man. Now, we was from the country. We lived out in West Lincoln at this time. So they ain't a whole lot of homeless people just hanging out in West Lincoln.
Right.
But he was from down the road, man. He lived in some of them trailers down the road a little bit. The man's name was Cotton. He introduced himself as Cotton. Yeah, like I say, I never seen this news, and like Ray didn't know him. Right. So, and like I say, and that chick that's in the house, her name was, I can't remember her name to save my life, man. I got her last name, but I don't want to put her last name out there just in case. But so Cotton's out here, and I'm like, hey man, can I help you? He's like, yeah, can you give me a ride to the store? I'm like, no, man, no. I mean, I was like, dude, I've been drinking. I barely made it home. Right. I ain't getting back out. He was like, and I'm buzzing, man. Let me put it like that. Yeah. I'm buzzing very, very well. Yeah. I mean, because we've been over at Dan's drinking beer in the driveway. I'm jamming, man. He was like, well, I bet you wouldn't sell me a beer, would you? I was like, man, I won't sell you a beer. I'll give you a beer.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll tell you what, man, just come on in. Fuck it. Just fuck it. That was kind of where I fucked up. Well, now let me give you also let me let you know that my roommate was gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so I pull up, my roommate's girlfriend's car is there. But his car is not. Right. Which was a common thing. She would come over and then they would leave in his car, whatever. So, no, there's nobody in the trailer when we get in there, So anyway, I don't know Cotton. I don't know this lady. Ray hasn't seen this lady since high school, and Ray doesn't know Cotton. Cotton and this lady know each other.
Oh, Jesus.
Not only do they know each other, but they are fucking friends, man.
Oh, my God.
Cotton, is that you? Oh, what's up, baby? They start hugging. Me and Ray are just like, are you shitting me right now?
Fucking Twilight Zone?
Dude, Cotton's all like, yeah, she let me crash on the couch when I was homeless here a couple weeks ago. Yeah, all this shit, man. Now let me put something else out there, man. This lady was not attractive, okay? She was not attractive. All right. No, not to me. Not to me. She was not attractive to me. There was
Was she attracted to anybody else?
Was anybody else attracted to her?
Yeah.
I think Ray might have wanted to get something maybe, and I think Cotton was as well. I think there might have been a little.
Did it matter?
To me, it didn't.
Right.
Because I'm like, what the hell, man. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I look at Ray. I said, well, fuck it, man. You just want to throw a party? He's like, I guess we already have.
I guess so.
Damn it, dude. I'm about to tell some shit now, man. All right. So anyway, man, you remember that big 100 CD disc changer I had, right?
Yeah.
I just like, fuck it, let's just hit random, man. It just happened, I swear to God as my witness. It happened to stop on NWA. I'm not going to say the name of the album, N Words for Life. It's kind of weird, man, that they named their album that, and I don't feel comfortable saying the name of the album. And it's one of my favorite fucking albums of all time in any genre. I love that shit. But it just happened to go on there. So him and this chick, Ray, they start booty dancing in the middle of to some NWA. Cotton's over here like, hell yeah, man. He's like getting off on it. I'm over here smoking a joint, drinking a beer like, Jesus Christ. What the fuck, man? Well, here's the best part. Well, here's what
leaving Las Vegas what I got into.
I mean, my God, man. What gets me, dude? So she jumps up on Ray, and Ray's got like both his hands on her ass, like holding her up in the air because she's got her legs wrapped around Ray. Like Ray was a big dude. He could do it, you know what I'm saying? Ray's facing down the hallway, okay, with him holding her. At about this point, my roommate and his white bread as fuck girlfriend, her name was Becky, dude, like legit, like her name was really Becky.
The Baxter.
The Baxter, as we called her. Who's a great chick, man. She was a wonderful one, but she was
very nice.
She was a sweetheart of a lady, man, but she was the whitest motherfucker on the planet. White bread as they come.
Very naive.
Very, very naive, man, but a sweetheart of a girl. But she wasn't used to this kind of shit.
Ooh.
Well, what had happened was my old roommate drove to her house, and they drove her car back.
Right.
So they were in the bedroom sleeping. Well, they were fucking is what they were doing. They were in the bedroom fucking.
All right.
So when the music hit, they got up, So Ray's got this woman in his own, like she's wrapped his legs around him. He's got her up there booty dancing. As soon as Becky and Chris walk out, I'll never forget her face, man, because her and Ray caught eyes. Ray dropped this bitch right in the middle, like, dude, she went bam, man. I mean, she hit the ground. Ray's like, oh shit, you know, no, oh hell, what y'all doing here?
Oh shit,
and
Becky, white girl.
And there's the white women, dude. She was like, "What's going on, man?" Like her eyes. Chauncey was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." You know, Chauncey was used to it. You know, Chauncey was like, "Okay."
Oh my God, Becky.
Dude, but he dropped this motherfucker on the ground. She was like, "God damn, Ray." And I was like, "Oh shit, are you all right? Oh shit, are y'all all right?"
Yeah.
And Cotton's over here like, "Hell yeah!" And,
Hell yeah.
And then they look at Cotton like, "Who the fuck is this?" Don't mind him. He's Cotton. Don't sweat him.
It's just Cotton.
It's just Cotton, y'all. It's just Cotton. Well, man, they left. So my roommate left. All right, man. Well, we're still drinking. We're still smoking. We're feeling really good about this point. Dude, I can't believe I'm about to put this out there. Oh my God. Hey, if y'all listening, I hope we don't get a lot of viewers today,
right.
man, because I'm about to put some shit out there.
Oh.
Man. So this chick, man, Ray's friend from high school, really likes me. She was a black lady as well, and she put over the point of how much she liked white boys.
Yeah.
I mean, she was really putting it over that she really, really liked white boys. So she was like, I want to show you a trick. Now,
Oh hell.
Now Ray and Cotton, boy, they eating this shit up. Now Ray's fucking with Cotton's actually kind of getting off on the shit, and Ray's ribbing, man. I was like, what kind of trick? She's like, go get me some ice, baby. I'm gonna show you. She was basically saying she was gonna give me a blowjob with ice. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And Ray's like, go get some ice, man. Go get some ice. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. And Ray's like, nah, motherfucker, go get some ice. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. So I went and got one ice cube. Ray fucked with me about that for the rest of our friendship. He's like, man, this motherfucker goes and get one ice cube. So I didn't want it, man. And then I was like, here. She's like, what am I going to do with one ice cube? I'm like, nothing. That's the point, you know. So, dude, she shows me her pussy next.
Well, let's just jump into there.
Dude, she showed me her fucking pussy, man. She pulled up her dress and pulled her panties to the side. When she did that, Ray busts out laughing. Now, at this point, me and Ray are on the love seat. We're sitting beside each other on the love seat, and we had that big couch. She's on one side, Cotton's on the other side. I'm like, I ain't sitting beside neither one of these motherfuckers. So me and Ray are like literally bunched up on the love seat because I ain't sitting beside her. But she was like, hey, baby, I want to show you what you missing. That's what she said. She pulled that shit to the side. Ray starts dying laughing and says out loud while he's laughing, God damn, you can put a quarter in that motherfucker and it not hit the sides. He said that shit, man. At this point, Mike, I put my head in Ray's fucking shoulder, man. I am literally crying at this point. And she don't get that we're fucking with her. She don't even get it, man.
It's like throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
Dude, he said you could take a quarter long ways and it not touch a side. Man, I fucking died. And I'm like, I ain't interested. And you know what she said, though? You know what she said next? I was like, no, I'm good. I don't want nothing. I'm good. She was like, well, baby, you're going to love it if you get it, but I'm going to need some of this. Like, made the dollar sign. Like I had to pay for that shit. And I'm like, no. I'm like, party's fucking over, man. And you know what Cotton's doing?
Cotton needs some salt.
and Cotton the whole fucking time. Hell yeah, man. You need to get that shit, brother. Hell yeah, man. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, party's over, man.
Listen,
at that point, I'm sober, man.
In my mind, this story was taking an incredible twist because I honestly thought she was going to take the ice cube and put it inside of herself and somehow shoot Cotton in the face with it.
Dude, Cotton would have loved it, man. Cotton would have loved
Here's the thing. What if this whole thing was orchestrated by Cotton?
Cotton the whole time.
And Cotton's the pimp.
Cotton the whole fucking... Dude. I've never thought about it like that, man. That just blew my mind, bro.
Wow.
I just know, man, that I had to get them motherfuckers out.
All right, so what happens at that point?
Well, at this point, I'm like, okay, guys. Even Ray's like, yeah, man, well, I'm going home. I gotta get home.
All right.
And so she was riding with Ray. So he's like, all right, you come with me. I got to get you home, you know. And I was like, yeah, Cotton, it's time to leave, man. You know, so we're done, dude. Well, this is where the story kind of got me aggravated. Because at this point, man, I was like, Jesus, man. It was Friday the 13th.
Okay.
I meant to put that out there, man. This happened on a Friday the 13th, by the way.
No shit.
No shit, dude. And our air conditioner went out the same day, and it was hot as fuck in there. That was another thing I didn't put in there. So, man, we're leaving, and Cotton's like, man, I bet you wouldn't sell me a little bit of that grass you got, would you? And I was running out, and I was getting more. And I said, man, you can have what I got left. I'm getting more. I'm re-upping here, man. It was just a little bit in the corner. It was about maybe a bowl pack or something. I was like, yeah, you can have that. He's like, man, I bet you wouldn't let me sell me a couple of them beers, would you? And I was like, look, man, I'll give you a couple to take home with you. I said, and I handed him 2.
Right.
He said, man, I bet I couldn't get 4.
No, damn.
I was like, God damn, dude. Okay,
Dude.
man. Well, I did. I was like, okay, man. Here's 4. This is what got me. This is where the mood changed. He was like, hey, man, you got a bag? I was like, get the fuck out, man. I snapped on him. I lost my temper. He was like, man, you ain't got a bag? I said, fuck no, I ain't got a bag. I don't know what I said. I was like, fuck no, I ain't got no bag. Get the fuck out. You done got enough shit for me, something like that. And I was at this point, man, I lost it. You know, I was you raising hell. Get the fuck out! Don't want to see you up here again. You know, doing all that shit. But that's how. And then Stronson came home about an hour later. We took a couple tabs of LSD and just
there you go,
and just called it the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, brother.
Wow.
I can't believe I just told that story,
That is an
man.
incredible story.
Dude, I'll never forget it, man. Like I say, but from that day forward, every time Ray would bring it up, because dude, the next time I was at work, that Monday at work, oh, bro, by the time I even got there, it was out.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, man, I hear you had some fun Friday night. So what was people saying? It's like, yeah, what? They was even calling me one ice cube at one time. Or there's one ice cube. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. Ray, dude, he thought that was the funniest shit, man, because I would go in with this cup, and I came back with one ice cube. Well, Mike, brother, do you want to start wrapping it up, man?
Oh, man. How can you top that?
I think we ought to just go ahead and shut her down for today, buddy. I mean, I don't even know how to put it on the artwork. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as the production goes.
Just put an ice cube.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is, man. Yep. There it is. Well, brother, you want to put anything over and put anybody over?
Let's see. We got the Comic-Con coming up July 20th.
Yes.
In Lincoln High School. Yeah, we should definitely attach that to the story.
Yes. We want to talk. In fact, man, you know, we were just talking at break. Or no, it was before we hit record for the show. What we're thinking about doing, and we'll obviously put this out there, but right now, man, we're going to be recording at the Comic-Con.
Yes.
The podcast, what we're thinking about doing is the top of the hour, starting about 11 or 12. I don't know which one yet. We still got, we just literally talked about this not even an hour ago. But basically what I'm trying to say, Mike, is people out there will be able to actually get on the podcast if you come to the Comic-Con.
Right.
Because we're going to be recording at the top of the hour throughout the day for 20 to 30 minutes at a time, just whatever. But you'll actually be able to come out. So if you want to get on the podcast, come out about 11, 12, 1 o'clock, just at the top of the hour.
Absolutely.
We'll be recording 15, 20 minutes. Come say something, man. You know, come see us. Be a part of it, man. You can actually be a part of it. And, you know, just want to put that out there. But more details will be coming as we get closer, you know.
So we're a little over a month away.
Yeah, about a month and a half, give or take. Yeah. So
it's going to be really fun. It's very exciting. A lot of people, a lot of guests, a lot of vendors, a lot of artists, a lot of exhibitors. It's going to be
cosplayers, man.
Awesome time. Yes. Last year was incredible. This year is going to be even more so.
Even more so. Yeah. And, you know, just to kind of put it out there, if there's any other podcasters out there listening, we want you to be a part of this thing with us at our table. I will, hopefully, I've been meaning to do it. It's lots been going on these last couple of weeks. I'll be the first to put it out there. But we want some other podcasters to join us, man, to help be a part of this thing with us. Even if it's just giving us a little flyer.
Right.
Or just something with your name on it. You know, we're going to try to come up with some sort of PowerPoint video, you know, something where we have your information on a screen. You know, we want to try to put over as many, you know, podcasters. Also, this goes out for WTAU, independent radio.
Yes.
Maybe even the wrestling guys if they want to help get involved with this thing. You know, for anybody really. I mean, you know, I mean, we got a free table.
You know, every one of, you know, let's go ahead and start putting up the other podcasts. You know, and any of the live cast, you know, people that, you know, definitely want to get involved with it. You know, like Sweet Feathery Jesus.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tales from the Video Store.
Yes.
My friend Garrick. I would love for those guys to be a part of it.
Yes.
WTAU, I know we talked about them. I like to bring them up. The good news with the Reverend Doctor, will be represented. So yeah, I mean, we'll definitely be putting more information out as we get closer. Hopefully this week I can get off my slack ass. Like I said, there's just been some ups and downs this week. That's something else about life, Mike. I just want to put that out there, man. It's a trip because this week myself, I personally experienced how life can just suck one day and be kind of a downer and shit going on, and then it can turn right around 24 hours later.
That's right.
And so
Dusty Rhodes said it. Doors closed, doors
open, man. And so if there's anybody out there listening who's maybe struggling with something, maybe you got some depression or you got something going on, maybe you're having a health issue, a relationship issue, a job issue, all kinds of issues, man. I mean, we all have them from all different aspects. Don't give up.
Nope. There's always something around that corner. It's going to be worth it.
It's
going to be worth the struggle.
It's going to be even better, man, than what you thought you were going to have.
That's right.
So always keep the faith, people.
Yes.
Keep your head up, man, because I'm the first one to get down, brother. I'll be the first one to get, that, man. I'll be the first one just, life sucks, man. Life's over.
Fuck this planet.
Fuck it all, man. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do shit, man. Blah, 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 And I'm telling you now, people, I mean, you could just be in the right place at the right time, and the whole thing can switch up on you. So
absolutely.
Just keep that in mind. And once again, Mike, it was fun today. I enjoyed talking that story. Like I said, I know we put over Sweet Feathery Jesus, Long Walk Tossing. Long Walk is another group of guys I'd like to try to get down here for the Comic-Con. I think they may have something going on that day, but still like to have them represented some way, even if it's just putting something on a flyer.
Yeah, absolutely.
We want to get the word out for those guys, But, I definitely want to put those guys over. Once again, we really appreciate y'all letting us use your segment today, the Wrestling Weekend Update. David Hayes, quit shitting on your producer.
Yes.
He's going to quit listening to us, man.
No, he's not.
Nah.
No,
And let's see who else. WTAU. Radio Free Satan, man. The shit kicking radio show. The shit kicking radio show with Chris Eisenberg, Clint Mephisto. We got to put them over. The Millennium Wrestling Federation. We always got to put those guys over. They had a show last night. Maybe we can get some results. Maybe we can read the results next show.
That's right.
Who else, man? Tales from the Video Store. Sweet Feathery Jesus. The Good News with the Reverend Doctor. Obviously, we got to put those guys over. Mike, I think that's about. I don't write shit down.
No, I know.
Yes. Well, Mike, brother, if you don't have anything else to say, I think we're going to go ahead and hit the stop button, brother.
Absolutely, man.
All right.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, this was cool, man. I think I like this new format, where we're just going to come in and not even really be concerned with the subject. We're just going to talk shit, maybe tell an old story, but we're also going to keep it up into where we can do that.
Absolutely.
We got to get Wayne Siss back on where we can do another Warren Zevon episode.
Sure
that will definitely be a little bit more structured. Yeah, man. So big things to come from us PUDs, and we're actually about a year into this thing, Mike.
Yeah, we're not too far off from it.
I think we only have one more episode, and it'll be our year.
Yes,
I believe so. So, wow, man, it's been a hell of a year.
Yes, it has.
It really has. It's been a great one, and many more to come.
That's right.
All right, well, PUDs, until next week, y'all have a good one.
Ice cubes.
Perfect, man.
And not only that, David, I understand we're right at the end of our program.
No, we have got to go.
This has been a great event.
There's some people out there that hate us for this.